Now, though to many of you this may seem like a strange idea, my department understands the importance of documenting our past and our history of what we have done and how we make sure we never have it happen again. Regardless, we begin our study with what life was like on our formative year above ground. On a random Wednesday, 97 people from the various countries awoke to find themselves in front of strange ruins and a sign that a society built beneath the ground would provide amnesty to use facing the coming storm. Though there was a rough start and issues along the way, we found ourselves that our strength together was able to help us craft and understand our world better. Our true saving grace was the Modev tree. It provided us fruit that nourishes all creatures, wood stronger than most metal, and crystal from its roots that linked us to other planes. We found out soon that our prior way of living was what led to our end. However, with such an amazing thing, we were able to imitate life before as best we could. The weave was too dangerous to tempt, so self-magic that brought the weave was not allowed, such as magic from many arcane wizards as well as druids using nature's secrets. However, beings like the gods, devils, and fae that granted magic were not threatening the weave. As such, upon finding these crystals, they could temporarily link us to the planes of existence, and we found ourselves a new source of arcane power that would provide our safety below. Now, while we struggled to find cohesion, a simple government was put in place during our days as a camp. This system has found its way below ground as well. With the parish of the god Aureus, we gain knowledge on the crystals, and they earn their place below, presently running our church known as Sanctuary. The theocracy earn their place leading in order and governance. They ran most of the bureaucracy and keep order as the enforced paladins, known as harbingers, keep order inside the city as a policing force. The Felthar run construction and agriculture. After learning the best farming methods, they became our heads for the actual construction of our society underground. The radio you are listening to this on almost certainly was handcrafted by one of our beloved craftsmen. The Bastille people, who while on the surface found little purpose, till a young woman named Heather Grove provided them with one. She was lost for some time before returning with a drill tank, a marvelous piece of machinery from another camp engaged in a similar situation. She was lost exploring the world below, but her gift brought us a connection below ground and a way to go there. As such, our new city, with her final gift, we honored her, naming our city the Grove. Regardless of my rambling, the Bastille worked a great deal to further develop the tanks like the one used to enter our world below. As such, we gained an army, and the largest drill to be made ranked higher than Mega, its name becoming the Bastion, in honor of their prior ship, the Bastille. There is some disagreement between the harbingers and the drillers of the Bastion on who provides the real safety to the world below, as the Bastion and its drillers provide all our resources below ground, finding new areas for expansion and for collecting all available resources from Modev. They also look after all major threats to the city, such as on the 11th year, a thunder drake entered near our city. The underground dragon threatened all our lives, and though we lost some drillers in the bout, we gained an assurance, no matter what they would be, is there for us. Finally, Dauntless. Though they suffered a great loss of members above ground, they have altered their message below. Many found themselves lost after an issue, still never found, though through a mutation of birds. But the Dauntless Best's warriors survived, and though their minds struggled in the day, they became the most connected dreamers. Well now, I shan't get into the politics of the city, after most of it is evident enough, but I encourage you to be involved. And don't be afraid to stop by the office should you ever wish to know more about life above, or wish to plan an above-ground expedition. You may even want to hire one of the drillers, one of the freelance drill teams. After all, they are our invincible explorers and our frontiers of exploration.
So, a group of those freelance drillers died, so I got you boys a cheeky job.
Sad, but at least it gives us the opportunity. Where will we need to go?
And how much will we get for this job?
Well, I pulled a few strings and managed to get you a straight interview with a Captain Rhubarb. Impress him and you'll be set for life. Well, if it isn't me, Captain Rhubarb, and you lot, the ones Borgard wants me to hire, I suppose. Well, there's a job I need done, off the books. Yes. Well, I need someone to look into finding a new drug on the streets called Nightmare. Harbingers have already been handling it, but I need to secure it for the drillers. Find me a sample and I'll name you drillers. So you guys are walking on the meadow streets. While you're making your way down to the bog, you notice to an empty guard post that a sewer grate has been opened, and you hear strange voices from down there. As you venture in, you see a strange-looking rat man, and he's got a few large rat friends.
Well, I am Gumtapper, Lord Rattling. I see you've entered my lair for your precious paladins.
No.
Oh, then why are you here?
We're here for drugs.
Yes, we're looking for a nightmare, a sample, perhaps?
Oh, okay, I didn't realize you were chill like that. Alright, 1 Kingsight.
There you go.
Thank you.
How did you manage to secure such a potent supply?
We literally just asked nicely.
Well, wow. Alright then. In that case, welcome to the team. The Bastion isn't here right now to pay respects, but tomorrow we shall take my drill to the shipyard, and you lot can begin searching for your own drill. So you guys are in the somewhat compact drill of Rhubarb's, though it is rather sturdy. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit Rayleigh, so he is hanging on the back outside. You all are journeying for a few hours and eventually come into the open expanse of the amazing shipyard, a scene of architectural progress. You see many drills, some out of commission, some being repaired, and most importantly, some being sold. You pull up and see a gnome dishing out orders to various individuals.
Well, hello there. My name is Captain Rockle Fickle. It's a pleasure.
This guy's a dork, so just let me talk to him and you guys go check out some drills. You guys are seeing various different drills and getting an idea in your head of how much you'll have to save to, get your own. But then you see a group of goblins run into the hull of a nearly fully made drill tank.
Whatever they're doing isn't likely to be good.
Should we go investigate that?
Oh, yes.
You all turn into the broken apart body of this drill where you see the goblins are about to attack a group of halfling builders. After a long and difficult fight, your party finds themselves backed up against the wall as Will places a golden crown atop his head.
As soon as the crown rests upon his head, his vision blurs. It feels like daggers are stabbing into the deepest corner of his mind as he runs into the group of goblins. Tendrils writhe and entangle his body, and they burst out in an instant, stabbing into the goblins, killing all but one.
The remaining halflings began trying to flee, while Will seems to be in a frenzy trying to kill the lone survivor. Rayleigh attempts to stop his brother as he launches an attack at the goblin, but misses. As lightning begins forming in the sky, as it crashes down onto the brothers, it knocks out Will, leaving Rayleigh conscious to catch him. The ship sets ablaze. The goblin escapes, but the halflings burn in an inferno of flame. Rayleigh and Silas drag Will's unconscious body to safety. What the fuck just happened? Is he alive?
Yes, he's just unconscious, I believe.
We need to get out of here, now.
You all leave behind the smoldering cavern of the shipyard as you journey back towards the grove. Eventually making your way to the barracks, you lay Will down and meet Rhubarb in his office. So, with that, Silas, Rayleigh, you've just placed down Will on one of the beds, And before you go into Rhubarb, you may want to take a moment to discuss between yourselves the privacy of what just happened.
So, I believe it very prudent to make an understanding between us that this crown business does not get spoken about. So, you understand?
Yes, I can agree to that, but I would like to talk about it later, just us three. I have some questions.
That would most probably be best. I'm not one for keeping secrets, but in the protection of whatever the hell my brothers discovered, I need to go outside of my comfort zone.
Of course, I understand, and won't be putting him at risk in this situation.
Aye.
So we'll just say that the goblins' attack were stealing the ship, and we decided to intervene, and I think just saying a fire went off isn't unsound or unbelievable.
It isn't out of the realm of possibility, I get that, yes.
One goblin did escape, though. I don't know if you want to mention that, because it is important, because they were criminal, but they also were one of the only ones to actually see it happen besides us. The whole crown thing, that is.
Though I don't suspect that a goblin appearing ramblings about a crown would cause too many issues with our credibility.
Sure, fair point. Alright, ready?
Sure.
You guys make your way now over towards the office. You knock on the door and hear Rhubarb shout for you to come in. And as you do, you walk in and see the old dwarf behind his just dark oak desk. And you see he has what looks like maybe a glass of whiskey and a bottle next to him. And he gestures, raising a glass as if asking if you want one.
Rayleigh will accept.
So will Silas.
He nods, and then you see he takes out this little magical bag that keeps ice cold. You'd see it's one of those sort of magic items that's sold for... It's not exactly a hard to get one.
Like as seen on TV
pretty much.
thing.
It's one of those ones that, like, yeah, if you're not, broke, then I'd say you might have one somewhere. Might have it in like a fancy office. And he gets out a couple bits and then places it down and pours you both a rather large pour, and then gestures to seats across from him. And you see, before he says anything, he takes out a notebook. There's a leather-bound notebook, and opens it up and takes out this fountain pen and says, "Now, given the nature of the damages to the shipyard, I'm going to need a recount of exactly what happened there. I know you gave me a rundown of the base ideas. You said something about these goblins holding some kind of artifact that caused the fire, the lightning. Could you describe it in any way?"
I'm not sure if with my co-worker here, but I did not get too great of a look. I just know it was some type of headwear as the goblin wore it in that area.
Neither did I. I didn't even know the headwear part.
Aye.
Well then, appear that missing out a few details. Arcane magic is volatile. It's this incredible power that will cause more damage than it intends to. Someone may try use it to save a life and kill 10 others. Just be wary of this going forward on your adventures. And I would hope not to see you involved in much more of this total destruction business much longer.
Right, of course.
Anyway,
He's hoping it's not a bad case of unluck that follows us.
that seems to be putting it mildly, my good man. Regardless, I am happy to reward you all with these. And he takes out this piece of cloth that he very gently puts up onto the table and then folds it out. And you see 3 bronze-looking badges, each one with beautiful craftsmanship drawn into them. And you see they are of the symbol of the drill teams, a universally recognized symbol down here. And this is... They do not make extras of these. In fact, they are regularly sought to be recovered from dead drillers to make sure they don't fall into others' hands. So you see that having 3 now is as officially in the drillers as you can be. And, of course, well, Borgard is taking his cut, but here is your Kingzite that you've earned for this journey. And he passes over to you 40 Kingzite for you all to use as you see fit. I'll write up a more official report. You've all been through enough. Good job holding off and limiting damages as much as you can. Shame you couldn't save any of the builders, but so it is.
Yes, well, it is greatly appreciated.
Of course. Alright, well, I'll be sending over your first mission offers now. You're officially recognized as public freelance drillers, so you'll receive various missions now. Some will come directly to Borgard, some will be missions given to the drillers themselves, and you'll be assigned them. Some are customary, but for the most part, as freelance drillers, you'll have a lot of freedom with how you act. Should you ever be in much dire straits, then don't be afraid to come and ask for some assistance. After all, we are brothers now of the mines. So, I welcome you both, and unfortunately I can't shake your brother's hand now, Brady.
He'll be fine. Yeah. Rayleigh will puppet his arm onto the table. This works.
What?
That's not.
Alright. I need to finish this report and drink enough, so I will see you both later. Remember, those rooms now are yours in the section, so if you're ever looking for a bed, you always have one there.
I feel I'm gonna go for a walk, but I will visit the set down Will here.
More than fair. Alright, well, good night to you both.
Aye,
Good
Captain.
night.
He gives a nod as you both walk out. Will, you are starting to sort of gain consciousness again. And you have these flashes of what happened. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do this with actual dice, so this is gonna be an amazing sound effect.
Brilliant.
On my mic. Con.
Wasn't even picked up, was nothing, was done, that's it, no more dice. We're all talking based game now.
No, it was definitely picked up, I can tell you that. I'm looking over at my
That's
Audacity
dumb,
right
Discord
now.
doesn't pick it up. Alright, never mind. Cringe.
It's noise suppression, baby.
Dude, if you ever call me baby again, Will dies. Heart attack. That's it. Gone. Campaign. Over.
Yum. You can do that right now because I likely filled this con. 12.
Alright, baby. It's not a bad thing. This was just sort of to see how your mind was after everything that happened there.
Oh, okay.
You sort of wake up with this piercing headache in your head, and you sort of have these flashes of what happened, and you remember up to a point as you place the crown on your head and these tendrils shoot out of your body, and you see fire and lightning, but that is all you see. and you don't really remember how you got here. You recognize the barracks room that you're in, but you don't really pick up on any other details.
Okay, well, immediately as I wake up, I pat around myself for a moment, finally resting my hand on my bag as I feel my crown within it, and have a good sigh of relief. Before I guess waiting around a little bit to see what's going on.
Rayleigh, are you going straight for your walk, or are you going to go back in and see your brother?
I feel really we'll be out on a walk for a good little bit.
And Silas?
Probably grabbing a drink
Okay.
somewhere. We're near a tavern, yeah? Are we on our room?
Yeah, you're like right connected to one. So then,
Yeah, perfect. Going down
yeah,
there. grabbing a
Rayleigh,
drink.
you're...
I guess after waiting around for a little bit, I'll also run down for a drink.
Then Rayleigh, you sort of give a nod off to Silas as you head off, walking on the meadow streets. Somewhere that you're not super used to walking now. You've been spending the past couple weeks searching for your, those two lost individuals. So it's been a little while since you've been back up here in the middle section. And you're exploring the streets now, just sort of regathering your thoughts. And Silas, you've just had a hearty, would it be an ale? What's Silas drink? Kind of a cider guy?
No, yeah, probably an ale. Definitely the drinking culture of a soldier.
Alright, I'll find grog perhaps, maybe. We're getting fancy here. We're getting
real
fancy with an
fancy
ale
with
grog,
it.
alright then. Alright, so you have one place down in front of you. Typically, because of the price of Kingsight, it's sort of wherever you're going, you pay one, and that's your drinks for the night. So you're good just paying over one Kingsight. Then that sort of supports you then for the next fair few. And Will, you walk in and see Silas sitting over at the bar.
Okay, I walk up next to him, pull up a seat. God. What the
glad to see you
fuck
awake.
happened?
Oh, that's a long story. How many people are around right now in the bar?
There's a few people around, but none of them are at the bar with you right now. Probably the closest person to you right now is the bartender, but he's like cleaning glasses and stuff.
I could summarize it for you, I guess. We went to go help out with those goblins who were stealing that ship, and you pulled out your artifact, let's say, and, used it. You don't remember that?
Fuck. Okay, I have glimpses, what happened afterwards?
After that, I think a bolt of lightning struck you and Rayleigh. Rayleigh's fine, he's out on a walk, but, you end up passing out after that. I think you cast I'll say it's a little quieter, more hushed. I think you cast a spell of some sort. We can talk a little bit more about this later. It seems Rayleigh wants to talk to you about it. How about you could you just answer one question for me?
He looks around for a moment. His mind is sort of racing. He's catching up with everything going on.
I'll get him a drink too. I'll get the bartender.
Add him onto your tab there. All right.
Yeah.
Well, as the drink sort of bartender seats the drink in front of me, I finally come out of it. I'm sorry. What did you say?
I was just wondering if I can ask you a question. Then I'll leave the matter alone until Rayleigh wants to bring it up, and then I'm sure right now you have a few more minutes of not being bombarded with questions. Just the one.
Okay.
Where did you get it from? There's something about the power that I recognize in it that's very familiar to me and very much drawing me in. anything that I could get off of it or know about it would be helpful.
Silas, as you're saying that, you get just another little ping in your head. That similar force you felt before when you saw Will use it the first time, and you just had this familiarity with it, this similar sensation that you haven't had in quite a few years, and you just get that sense again, just for a brief moment, just as you're talking about it.
I actually, believe it or not, acquired it from my parents' storage. As a matter of fact, they didn't talk about it much, but me and Rayleigh's parents were a part of an adventuring group of great renown. They had carried home many artifacts, but I didn't know that what I had on me was so dangerous. It was more so just a memento after leaving.
I see. Do you happen to know where they could have gotten it from?
As I said, Silas, they didn't speak about it often.
Right. That's fine. Alright, I'm sure Rayleigh will come back and have plenty of questions, so for right now you can enjoy some peace. I won't push any further.
Yeah, I need to find a way to shake this fucking headache.
Right. I'm just gonna kinda get another drink for him. It'll probably do the trick.
The bartender comes over and throws down an ale right in front of you, and he says, "Couldn't help overhearing as I came over with this here drink here. You got a bit of a headache going on. Might have just the cure for you." And he takes out this little brochure thing, and it just shows him dressed up in a clown getup. "I've got a comedy show in about 3 hours over a side the road. If you're interested in having a couple chuckles, I'm real funny."
With all due respect, sir, I believe that my headache will be gone, but who knows? I may be over.
Give it a thought there. No worries there. There, good. Alright, here's your ale. There we are. You can tell that he was waiting for your answer until he gave you the ale, though. He had it to the side, hit it below the counter, just like, alright. You might be over, alright. You might get this drink then. Alright. You just keep going. Alright. He leaves.
He just leaves the building.
I'm out. He takes
gone.
off. You see, he's just going over to the corner.
Not even a bartender.
Yeah, the real bartender runs over. "You're not supposed to be in here. I fired you. What the fuck, dude? Get out." And he's like, "You didn't pay me." I did. Fuck. And then she starts just hitting him with a broom. Just fully hitting him. You see that many more people have their brochures on their table. You have not been the first to receive this.
Alright, with that, I suppose I start downing my ale.
Tastes bad.
Yeah?
Not a good ale.
Does it taste like
Doesn't
doo-doo
taste like
feces?
doo-doo
Sweat
feces. It tastes
feces?
like sweat and bile. It just tastes, this,
Sweat and bile!
this was poured by a novice bartender. Like, it's just, you can tell the sweat and bile is definitely, it's a cultured taste.
It's an acquired
This
taste,
guy
yeah.
just clearly didn't know how to work the barrels and just got the waste fucking bit and then just poured that into a jug. And Rayleigh, how's your walk going now? You're just going through the streets. I mean, it's late enough now. It's always looking fairly late, sort of an eternal nighttime with the mushroom glow above, but How's it would be late
Yeah.
enough around now. So how is that going? What are the sort of thoughts going through your head?
I feel that he just wanted to clear his mind, try to answer all the questions that he was going to ask or something like that. I feel at the end of it, though, he'll come to the conclusion that Will ought to have had his reasons. It probably is just an artifact from the family vault or something like that, the big comical vault with the gigantic wheel to unlock it.
That makes the clicking noise when you start unlocking it and everything.
Yeah.
You gotta get the thermal drill to get that shit.
Yeah. So
He gets it.
But I feel after walking with his hands in his pockets for a good little bit, he'll see those and he'll head back.
Yeah. And you head back now. Did you guys stay in that bar? Did you go to the comedy routine? Come on, guys.
How long was Rayleigh gone?
Oh yeah, it was like 3 hours later was
Probably-
the comedy routine. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. I'd love to have gone to the comedy routine.
You go over too early. The guy's arrested. Harbinger's got him.
God damn
All the
it.
good ones. I'm innocent, you hear?
I just wanted to
I
laugh.
just wanted to make people laugh, I did. Sir, we found the bodies. No! Yeah, and you sort of come back over, and as you do, we sort of see the scene fade out now as a few envelopes slide across a desk, and we see this portly man sort of chugging an ale beer to himself as he begins reading through them with these tiny spectacles upon his nose. As we slowly fade out, seeing the sign above, the good old home, the piss stain. That's where we're gonna end our session, guys. Piss stain, cameo, boom, done.
Yeah!
If you like that,
Yeah!
if you like that, keep listening. This is the intro episode because we didn't realize we were gonna record it. So, welcome to Theater of Fools in this campaign, Rubble. I'm your dungeon master for the campaign. My name is Fionrua Hamilton. And welcome. Fucking A. Go down the list. Bales.
Hi, my name is Bailey, and I am playing Silas Irwin.
Can I? Chance.
My name is the epic and awesome and great and mighty Chance. I play Rayleigh.
All those things are true. All absolutely full on
Exactly.
through. He's the sex appeal, just so everyone knows. So if
I am.
ever we get fan art, if it's not of Chance, I don't want to see it. Burn it. Tear it down.
If it's
Gone.
not me,
Done. Not
if
even
it's
Rayleigh.
not me,
Not
the
even
fucking-
Rayleigh. I want it to be of Chance. I want this man's art, okay?
If
No
I'm
pictures
not,
of him,
no,
just
if I'm
guess.
not shirtless and I'm not doing any of the Giga Chad poses, you will be banned from
Do
everything.
you guys ever see
ever?
Do you guys ever see when they do the fucking awful furry art and then there's just like a 13-inch cock in the fucking Speedo? That's exactly what Chance has to be wearing. Like, it's just so vulgar.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, after that tangent, I'm Gleck. I play Will. I live at.
This part out. Stupid audio though. You said dogs yourself. Hi everyone, Bailey here. This is a part of the podcast where Gleck decides a great idea to tell us his address, phone number, and social security number. And we had to cut that out because, well, you know why. Anyways, on behalf of the entire crew behind Theater of Fools, we hope you enjoy our introductory episode to our podcast and our campaign Rubble. Make sure to keep track of us wherever you listen, watch, or follow to see where the tales of our underground heroes may lead. Yet again, thank you for listening, and we hope you enjoy our story, jokes, shenanigans, and dickery. And we hope we will all see you again on the next episode.